Welcome to Meadowbrook Memories Podcast. I am Jelly, otherwise known as Glacier Prince, and my co-host is Hitchcock, otherwise known as Alfred Henry. Our mission on this podcast series is to explore the stories behind the magic that was created at Meadowbrook. When over a span of 4 years, between 1982 and 1986, we saw the transformation of a small co-educational school with less than 1,200 students, 800 boys, 800 girls and 400 boys into a successful sports and scholastic champion, winning 7 major trophies, 3 Sunlight Cup, 2 Topping Cup, 1 Walker Cup, and 1 Nutriment Shield. And to crown these achievements, Meadowbrook also produced 2 Rhodes Scholars, Cavell Creighton in 1987 and Andrea Wright in 1989, both graduates of Meadowbrook in 1983. In this podcast series, we'll be speaking to persons, both male and female, who are actively involved in this incredible journey, along with friends and staff at Meadowbrook, which inspired the environment which created this golden era. We hope you enjoy our discussion. Please give us as much support and encouragement as you can on whatever social media platform you are listening. Welcome and thanks for joining us. Go, alright. Today is Saturday, June 4th, 2022. Welcome to conversation number 20, as we call it. Me as usual, Jelly, our Glacier, our Prince, our Lance, anyone will do. And today joining me as my co-host is Ira Turner, the hardest working footballer who ever come to Meadowbrook. Our guest this week has a very special meaning for me for more than one reason. He and I started Meadowbrook the same year, 1974, and I looked on in awe as a first farm at Meadowbrook at the immense talent of our next guest. In my opinion, he was the best fast bowler who never made that great West Indies cricket team that dominated world cricket in the 1980s. He seemed to have more cricket books and magazines than I could ever read, and he could imitate any of the great fast bowlers of the days, whether it was Mikey Walden, Andy Roberts, Dennis Lilly, or Jeff Thompson. He was the first schoolboy cricketer who ever saw a bowler bouncer with such venom and pace while still in first farm. Although better known for his fast bowling, if he had the discipline to bat long, he would have demoralized any bowling attack with his strength, aggression, and timing. But without any further commentary, let me introduce you to the one and only Glen, Crackin, Atkins. Crackin, introduce yourself, and then Ira, you introduce yourself as a co-host. Go ahead, Glen.
Hi. Thanks for having me, Jelly. Ira, hosting as well. I'm Glen Atkins, known throughout the cricketing world as Crackin. Was at Meadowbrook from 1974 to 1980. And guys, I just want to say, Jelly, great job that you're doing, reliving the wonderful memories that we have of our beloved high school, Meadowbrook.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, thank you. And Ira, as I say,
yes.
Yeah, introduce back yourself. First time I co-host, but just introduce back yourself.
Yes, this is an honor that you asked me to do this, Jelly. Appreciate it, and hope I don't let Freddie down. yeah, but this is Ira Turner again. Most of the football world during my Meadowbrook years called me Jubby Turner, a name I picked up at Pembroke, but it's me, and so I'm appreciative. I'm Crackin. This is going to be good, man.
Sir.
And so we're looking forward for a great conversation.
Yeah, man. Thank you, Ira.
All right, Jelly. Yes.
Thank you, Ira. Thank you. Just Ira same way as him say. Well, by now, Crack, the first question I always ask everybody who come on this thing. Did you choose Meadowbrook or Meadowbrook chose you?
I would say Meadowbrook was chosen for me by my mother.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was born in the country and right after
Don't go no faster. Which country that?
Hanover.
Oh, really? You know, so that's somewhere where they come from.
Yeah, but my mom was living in Kingston at the time, working, so I knew that right after common entrance, I'll be moving to Kingston. So right after common entrance, I was told I was going to Meadowbrook. I have no idea where Meadowbrook was, or never heard of Meadowbrook before.
So you took common entrance in Hanover, or you just
in Hanover? Yeah, in Hanover. Yeah.
Which school that you went to in Hanover?
A small school called Mount Peter Primary.
Which part of Hanover that? Because I know Hanover good, that's why I ask the question. I know
that's
you know Hopewell, where Merlin had to come from, is another.
Yeah, no, Hopewell, yeah.
Yeah. I pass Hopewell and go around a place called Cascade or Patil. That's where my grandmother come from. So yeah. But me never know that Crackin. But go ahead, sir. Go ahead. So you take common entrance. So you did actually pass common entrance, or
actually no.
Okay.
Because the way how they did it, whether you pass or not, it depending on the area where you are, they're gonna take the people with the best grades because of the limitation of the high schools back then. You know, because then you only had 3 schools to choose from, basically. And you know, Russie's, Cornell College, and Manning's.
Yeah, another year.
Yeah.
I wonder if I know that Crackin. I did not.
Oh, yeah.
Say you're the man who come from the rural area. So you might have picked Meadowbrook for you then. Meadowbrook was chosen for you. So you
right.
Can you come to town now and you say, so when you come to town, you come a week before school starts, or the summer before school starts, how that did work?
Yeah, I would maybe about a month.
Okay.
Yeah, about a month before school start.
See, you know, I know Meadowbrook, they didn't know Meadowbrook about and like that. You have never been to Meadowbrook before, the community. My community live on Hurlingham Drive.
Yeah, she took me there to meet with Mr. Thorpe.
Okay, the school itself.
And
okay.
Yeah, just once before school opened. You know, so of course, you know, on that first morning, I was wondering, you know, how am I going to get to school? Because I didn't even remember how to walk to school because we're close. We live in Meadowbrook.
I remember.
You know, on the journey we drive, so I was just trying to track, you know, the way she drove to the school. Yeah.
Right. So the first man you come to school now, you go up on the campus to meet Mr. Tarp before you come on. What was the impression when you get a Meadowbrook when you come on the first time, if you meet Mr. Tarp?
I was a bit intimidated because, you know, just meeting him for the first time, knowing that he's a school principal, I didn't know what to expect. So there was that, you know, hesitation, there was that reservation, you know, there's just different thought process, you know, not knowing what to expect. So, you know, I just, you know, take it as it comes. Yeah.
All right, so you get introduction, you get chosen by your mother for going to Meadowbrook. I live right down the road from the school, so that's another choice. So the first day you come on the school now with other students, what was the impression you get?
You know, coming from a very small primary school, you know, it was a bit overwhelming because, you know, you're not expecting that, you know, that size. It seems quite large to me in terms of the population of the school. And so it take a while to get adjusted to it. Of course, you're now dealing with, to me, grown men, you know, coming from a primary school where you were one of the older, you know, children in the school, to now being one of the youngest, you know, it was intimidating. Yeah.
So what some of the classmates that you remember when you come on Meadowbrook campus the first time?
Well, the first person I met on my way to school actually was Wayne Campbell Beanie.
Oh, really? Yeah.
And so that was the first friend that I made, and we're friends up to this day.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so, and Dougie Crooks was in the class too, Robert Phipps, Dean Jacobs, I think Richard Smith, I think. Those are the people I remember right off the bat.
Yeah. Richard Smith, in that class. Yeah. So you come to Meadowbrook now, and the teacher them, who was the farm teacher the first year, if you remember that, or what some of the teachers?
I think it was Miss Millwood.
think
Mrs. Millwood.
Miss Millwood, okay. I think Miss Millwood was my form teacher in a 1B. I don't know who it was for 1C, if I remember serving right, but yeah.
It's either her or might be our Mrs. Mason's, one of those two.
Or Mrs. Mason, the Spanish teacher, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's one of those two. Yeah.
So, believe me, Crackin, when me come on the first time, you come in my mind, I get sunlight from first farm, And I said to myself, this man you learn for bowl so far. So you came to Meadowbrook, knowing how to play cricket, or you learned that skill while at Meadowbrook?
Well, it's twofold. When I represented the primary school, I was actually bowling fast off breaks. And I came to Meadowbrook, and it was the first PE class that we were doing cricket.
Mr. Griffith.
And yes, and I remember the first person to bat was this guy named Patrick Taylor.
I remember him.
And so the first few deliveries of that bowling spin to him, he was just slamming them all over the place. So I kind of got mad, and I'm like, no, this is not gonna work. So I take about 15, 20 yards, and first ball I charge in and bowl and knock his off stump out.
Hold on. Hold on a second. So you say the first time you bowl PS, a man get you mad. I hear that.
All I know is I think Crackin's been mad since that day, man.
So hold on. Send Nicky Bob some about that way. After that way, say where the country I come to?
Well, almost everybody that bat that day, nobody could bat me, actually. Everybody was just getting clean bowl. And so during the break, I was walking back. You know the water cooler that was behind us in the building?
Yeah, man, on the top field attack or bottom?
Yeah, the top field.
Yeah, man, right there. Yeah, man, we know the water cooler.
Right,
Yeah,
so I walked to the water cooler, and this guy was standing there. So he said to me, you want to come out for the Sunlight team? I'm like, what's that? And then the next thing says a big man team, and I say, okay. It was Herbert McDonald.
Herbie, yes, Herbie.
Yeah, it just so happened that he was just standing there watching while I was bowling the pace and saw what was happening. So that is how I end up playing Sunlight Cup in first form, because I didn't know anything about Sunlight Cup.
You never know what it means, because it must have Sunlight.
So, I had no clue what he was talking about.
So there's a chance of luck then that Herbie spot you and said what?
It was a stroke of luck. Just a stroke of luck.
No, I never know that Crackin. All I remember, say when you bowl, so were you surprised that that you could have bowled so fast?
Yes, but I always knew that even though back and in first form, of course, I was short, but I was strong. That I knew. I was strong. So, but the type of pace that I generated in first form, yes, it was a bit surprising. Yeah.
For somebody who never a fast. So where you learn cricket? Where you learn cricket in the country? You have bowl a fast spinner. Who teach you cricket?
Yeah, cricket in the country was a natural for almost every kid. Because you leave primary school, you go home, you do your homework, and the next thing you know, you're over in the ball field playing with the big men. So that was a natural for us, really.
No, I never know that Crackin. Say that is all. So you say at the first day of training, first day of PE that you bowl, and the man slap you and decide to just take a long run up and lick off him half stump.
Yep, first cricket thing for the feet.
Crackin, that is an amazing story. I did not know that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Crackin, I am just glad that you got over that by 1979. Yeah, by the time I run into you at bottom field, but I want to say this to a Crackin though. It's amazing to me, and I am all in for Jelly to take over this discussion, because I don't remember you actually speaking more than 5 words at any time. Seriously. You were one of the most serious guys in school, always. I'm like, okay, and I'm just like sitting there. I'm like, the guy actually speaks, so I'm gonna enjoy this.
I'm going because whenever I want to chip in, because I have so much questions to Crackin. So
no, shoot him off, man. I'm here.
Yeah, all right, now I hear you. So Glen or Crackin, no matter what, because I know I'm going to interchange between the two of them. So the first day, Doug never play.
No, I don't remember. The person that does stand out to me was Patrick Taylor, because he was the very first person that bat, and he was the one who determined my future in a sense with the fast bowling, because of how he was batting that day to the spin, So I remember him distinctly,
Yeah.
But I don't remember if Dougie bat that day. I don't remember.
So after Herbert Taylor say, if you want to be on the Sunlight team, where go man tell your mother say?
I just told her that they asked me to, come and practice and try out for the big man team. That's how I phrase it to her. And she's like, well, you like the game, so just go ahead and try. And that's how. Once I start to practice now, she start buying all these books and, so my knowledge of cricket, and I became a student of the game. Cricket was, first love. Any angle you take it, cricket was first love for me.
Yeah. I can't relate to that, Crackin. You have more cricket book than me have. So I say, right.
I had a lot, because all the guys that came to the house, they're always borrowing books, even though most of them I don't get them back. But my house was like a library for cricket books.
So, what the first competitive match you played for Meadowbrook then? Because
I remember that.
Sunlight.
No, it was actually Sunlight.
Really?
Yeah.
So you played Sunlight before you even play Coles?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was against Casey.
Yeah, and who played for Casey? Nita.
Well, Nita was playing. He was maybe about 15 at the time. Yeah, because he actually represented Jamaica from he was a young. The youth team.
Yeah.
But they had a guy, a fast bowler named Billy Hunter.
Yes, I remember.
And they bowled us out for 39.
Oh, really? That first match?
Yeah, he took 7 for 9. Yeah. And it's something I'll never forget, because I went out to bat at number 11. I was short the pads. I could barely walk in them pads. And believe me, when he bowled that ball, the only thing I know that my stumps them got knocked out, and I didn't even see the ball. I didn't even see the ball.
I don't remember that match Crackin. When I bat up to the match play, I don't know Casey.
No, it played at Casey.
Okay. So we not match at all, right?
Yeah, but I remember even with the 39, they struggled. They lost about 4 wickets to get the 39. Stally, you remember Stally?
That near, Stally, the bowling. Are you?
Yeah, he got 3 wickets.
And you are bowled from the line?
No, I was the first change.
Who that bowler style? Who was the opening bowler with Stally?
That honestly I don't remember.
I know they used to play course. I used to motto.
I don't remember.
Okay.
It might have. You know who it might have been? Graya.
Yeah, it was I used to play course and it quick to
Yes.
Graya, yes.
I think it was Stephen Graya that was coming from the other end. Yeah.
But I have no memory of that Crackin that. Even when we in our first Casey and Barris have bowled out for 39. I remember you on that.
It's something that I remember always, because it was my very first Sunlight Cup game, and how terrifying it was for me.
Can you make notes? And you get
one ball. So something you don't forget, No,
you're not gonna forget that, Crackin. Remember my first Colts game? We'll come up to that. Remember my first Colts match. So after that, who the captain the Sunlight team at the time?
Is not Raymond, the other Holmes.
Tito.
Tito was the captain. Yeah, he was the captain. Yeah.
Raymond, they play on that team too.
Yeah, Raymond and Tito, they were the 2 star batsmen on the team.
And women that Herbert was playing too.
And Herbie was playing, yep.
And I know Herbie captain.
And I think Rattigan was on the team too.
Yeah, Rattigan was on that team too. I think probably he was still playing Coles, but Rattigan would have been on the team though.
Yeah, Rattigan was there, yeah.
And the team was coached by Sledgy.
Honestly,
you don't remember?
I don't remember any of the coaches. I don't remember any of the coaches for Sunlight Cup at all. No, I don't remember who.
You remember Sledgy?
I remember Sledgy, yeah.
Yeah. I think I used to coach a team from early, but you will come up to that. We come up to that. So after the first match, Crackin, it's like you go to a KC, you go play, and your next match. You remember what other match you remember? I come up the line. What other match you remember was stand out to you?
I can't because they after that game is like the years start running together, and it's a blur. I just start remembering like the 77 Cold season because that was special for me, and the 1980 Sunlight Cup season that was also special. So those are the two seasons that I remember more than anything else.
All right, we'll go into that. We'll go into that. I'm going to look more historical perspective for you then. So. The teacher of Meadowbrook, when just come to Meadowbrook then, and I just say mention, because I play house football. You never attempt to play football. Remember you play football?
Yeah, man.
All right. But may I ask you a question this way? When you recognize you could have ball fast, right? Did it take pleasure for you to intimidate that man, like all me? You could have seen the smile on the face in the area, so me and that brother, you know.
Absolutely. I mean, from that day on, it's like intimidation was number one, and then getting wickets was secondary.
Yeah. So when you decide you're going to intimidate a man, especially if a mess you in the classroom, or you decide we are going to intimidate. I'm going to put the question this way: which one of them batsmen in it wasn't afraid of him? We put the question that way. I come up then. Forget about first farm, but which one you have bold to remember in the early days who never intimidated by it, whether Sunlight or people of our age?
One guy that I really liked the way how he stood up to me, and I would say he might have been the only one in the school, was Dougie Crooks.
Yeah.
Dougie Crooks is the only one who showed no fear.
Even from first farm.
Even from first form, he showed no fear.
Yeah, I think he played Sunlight from first form too.
No, he played in second form.
Second form, okay.
Yeah, I was the only person that played in first form.
Yeah, he had an amazing eyesight and timing, man.
Yeah.
And he never fear at all, Crackin.
No, he didn't show any fear whatsoever.
Even I walk into you and look walk over.
So I respect him for that,
Yeah. You couldn't intimidate him so easily at all, no?
Exactly.
So Crackin, I wasn't afraid of you either, man.
But during inter-house, inter-form and stuff, I bowled medium pace.
Yeah, my boy from a short run up here. I want to. I don't know full thing. This.
That was good, man. That was good. Hey, so Crackin, I want to ask you this question though.
Sure.
When you came to Meadowbrook, as Glen Atkinson.
Right.
Atkins, right? When did you get the name Crackin? Whose bone did you crack? I just want to know.
That's a good question. I forget. That's a good question. Go ahead, Crackin.
That's actually a great question because most people think that I got the name from bowling. I actually got the name from batting. And I think it was Mr. Beckford. It was a Colts match I was playing, and the guys who, the first four batters were going a little bit slow.
Yeah.
And with Mr. Beck, he wanted to declare so we can bowl out the other school.
Yeah.
Well, he said to me when I was going out to bat, he said, "Get cracking."
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and so I just went out there and just start slamming boundaries. Yeah, and every time he would say, "That's what I'm talking about. Get cracking." So the kids who were beside him, they found it funny. Mm-hmm. So they just kept laughing and saying, "Get cracking." Every time he say it, they say, "Get cracking." So when they see me at school, they would say, "Get cracking." And over time, they would shorten it and say, "Cracking."
I never.
Yeah.
Well, that's generally how your nickname come about. It started and it just stick to you after a minute.
Right.
I never know that Crackin. That good question. I like that question. Because me that glass over that, like, me never remember say a Crackin. I never know where it come from. I do not know where it come from. Yeah, so you say Dougie was not in so you play Sunlight with big man them now. The man them where you play against. Where they were the bigger man them like Raymond Holmes, I call him by right. Herbie and Tito the captain,
Rattigan, those guys, Rattigan. Yeah.
Were those person not necessarily intimidated, but them man they respect your bowling?
Yeah, they did. And one of the things they really encouraged me, they embraced me. The other thing is that most people probably don't remember is that I actually trained more with the Colts team than I did with the Sunlight team. You know, I trained more with the Colts team, and then of course, you know, come Saturdays now we go and, you know, we meet up and go play the game. But I practiced more with the Colts team at the time.
Yeah, man, that I remember. Yeah. You play Colts and will come up. So. You in a second farm, them now, Dougie join you in the Sunlight team. Now,
right.
What difference that make in terms that because Dougie in a training now, and yes, about this one man him give him a game. Dougie come on and tell him story, get him game and all them. All the man him see my button just like you. And in a sense, you know, that's the thing with Meadowbrook, you know. It's like they see the talent and they say, you know what I play. If one of me I said to you, and that was a good thing. So what you remember now with you and Dougie I play the first time when I played together? Because the two are in the same farm.
The particular games I don't remember, but one thing I remember when Dougie joined is that I felt more comfortable because I have someone in my age group that I can relate to. You know, and we were close, so that makes it easier. You know, because when all the older guys, I guess when they're having their type of conversations, me and Dougie can talk. You know, so it felt more comfortable for me from second form.
Yeah, I can't imagine I play with man at the time, a big man in a fifth and sixth farm.
Big grown men, yeah.
No, you come in and look at boy, you play the big man. It's not like you play Colts with some man who in a third farm or fourth farm, you play some big man.
Right.
All right, so before we come up to the weight name there, the year to Colts final, because it's sound like you have a whip of memory with that and that good, because all I remember is a couple of matches. So what some of the teachers them in the early days will inspire you?
Mr. Gooden for one, because I love math, and up to this day, math is my favorite. And I guess Mr. Gooden embraced people who participate and people who, you know, show that they have an interest. If you show that you don't have any interest, he might call you a goat or something, and then you tell the other people, "Come, my sheep, come to the front." You would do stuff like that.
That's great. That's true. Imagine what I try to do that today. That is so right.
Yeah,
that wouldn't embarrass you. Some name. I would never take it that down. You're right.
Yeah, it was just funny, but you know, but him. Miss McLennan when she fill in at time for the Spanish
for Mrs. Mason class, yeah.
It was different because what she would do, she would come in the class and she would just speak Spanish. You know, and of course as kids we find that very amusing.
Yeah, kind of.
You know, so so I remember her for that. I remember Miss Millwood, Mrs. Headlam. Yeah. So those are the ones I can remember offhand. Yeah.
So you say you used to play. So hold on, you where you? Yeah, my access already, but you never play no other sport. Because I remember you play farm football.
Play football, you know. Yeah. I played. You remember when they had the they had a second form competition.
Interform competition, yeah.
No, not interform. They actually had a second form where they play against other schools.
I never remember that in a crack.
Oh yeah, we played against
14 or 13 or something like that.
Yeah, so I played in that, and then Mr. Griffiths said to me after he saw me bowl in second form in a match, he said, you know, maybe you want to think about giving up the football and concentrating on the cricket because you may have a future here. That's what he told me, and that's why I kind of stay away from it for a while until, of course, when I get a little bit older, I start playing again.
Oh, you step back from football because I tell you, so rightly, boy, the talent we have for cricket was, which is right about that was.
Yeah, I think it was the right advice that he gave me. Yeah.
So when you bowl in a first farm, then no matter what you hold the ball or take a run up and all them things, that was something that's come natural to you?
Came natural because I know when I got to third form, I started learning more about the grip for swing and all that. But first and second form, it was just natural ability.
That's raw PSI, yo.
Just raw, yeah. Everything that I tried to do, practice, I learned from books. Yeah, so I didn't really have a coach per se that showed me how to bowl an outswinger or in-swinger or how to bowl a good bumper. Everything I learned from books. Yeah.
Yeah, me learn only from books, sorry. But you...
Yeah.
So you teach yourself then how to bowl outswinger?
Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
I never have a clue about that at all. So, no, but well, come to that, because the first match, I remember that match, the first cold match me play. I opened Pana Cold Seam in 1977. But before we go to that, Mr. Beckford was the man who coached a team there. At the first time in my mind, we have an official, a coach where actually I pick a team.
That is true.
Based on merit. You follow me, I said to you, and Becky, I can't stop big him up because the foundation when we lay. In my mind, I had a team there, a particular cold team that laid the foundation for all of the great things that came afterwards. Everything that came afterwards, Crackin. I remember that. So, you go through that for me. The first match you remember where I played, but before you go there, sir, did you think, say, when Becky assembled that team there, that it reached Colts finals?
Well, I don't think that. In my mind, I was saying, we definitely can reach the finals, but I knew that we had a decent team.
Yeah.
Because I know with Dougie, Kingsley Barnes, and Diego with the bat.
Yeah, definitely.
I felt like any game, if we made 100, we're gonna win because I just feel like I could bowl down any team, which I did actually. But that's what I felt.
Yeah. You were caught above the yeah. So,
because one thing a lot of people probably, even on my own team, probably didn't know. In 6 games, I took 38 wickets. You
know that cold season there?
Yeah. In 6 games, I took 38 wickets.
I never know that Crackin. The point is, I know say good enough. When I tell people, say, in my mind, you're the best fast bowler I ever make Western SC. Man, I make it up because I know you. Because I just think you were that good. But you get a rowdy. But we'll come up to that. We come to that. But I never know it. You play 6 matches and take 38 wickets.
Yep.
So you take almost 6 wickets a match, then. All right. So go through the match and we remember then. The first match we play. When we remember the match, we played in Adelaide. Did you remember that match,
I took 7 in that match.
How that match did it go? I remember we met Dogs.
No, we won that match. We only draw 1 match, was against KC.
We never win that match at Crackin. I know we make Dogs and Diego make 30 in the match.
The one against KC and in a draw, I think we made like 90 something and they were like 40 something for 9.
Oh really? So who played on a KC team there?
Wayne Lewis, I think Mark Johnson, who we call Subone.
Yeah.
I don't remember the other guys, but those 2 guys especially I remember.
They might have been
Yeah, that they were on that team.
So lucky them get away. But we did.
Yeah, Bud Light actually stopped playing. Yeah,
so
and I got another.
We win most of the match in Crackin that year there.
We won every game except 1. The KC match draw.
I remember that. When we reached the quarter finals, when we realized we were so good Crackin.
Yeah, we win every match except that 1 game.
Well, we put another way. You were so good because you carry that. You carry that team. If you take 30 and we get that 6 game, you have bowl out every team. You're right about that. If we make 100, I can bowl out any team,
Yeah. And we had that confidence.
Yeah, because with your pace and your accuracy and all them things, that man, you that intimidate Woolly for school boy, not just Miller Brookman alone. Yeah, I don't remember that. I remember.
Oh yeah.
So, what you remember most about that whole season, apart from going to final? What game stand out to you?
The final game against JC.
That's the preliminary game.
Yeah, because I don't know. Because somehow they said that we had to win to go through. That means in that case, JC must have won every game up to that point. That's the only way.
Yeah.
And in that match, we barely scored over 100, which of course, once we score over 100, I know we can't lose.
Yeah.
And so I took the first 6.
Yeah.
And no matter how I tried, because all the guys, the JC guys were just playing for a draw.
Who I played for JC at the time? Remember any of them?
I don't remember those guys.
Yeah.
I think Julian Robinson was playing on that team.
Kwame never played on that team at the time.
I don't remember.
Okay. The problem is like after.
So the match was getting really dicey because.
And the match played by JC.
Yeah, and 4 weeks were left, and I said, as a captain, I was like, I don't know, I'm trying to figure out who else to try. And of course, Dougie maybe bowled 1 or 2 overs for the whole season. So I just said, Dougie, try 2. And I'm sure everybody was shocked that I was doing that, but Dougie came on 1 over and took all 4 wickets.
I remember that at that. What? Never forget that either. Yeah. So who used to win the bowling? Who was that bowler from the line? Who was the fast bowler from the line? It wasn't Beanie. Sometime.
Well, Strudwick tried it Strudwick.
Right. It was quick enough, man. It was quick.
Yeah.
Not as quick as you, but it was quicker than Beanie, right? And the time to get the ball for bunks disconcerting, kind of a nice in swing. I remember that. That's
right.
Yeah. I remember that. And well, as I say, when I need another bowler but you to ride it, because if you bowl out the team, them. So we'll come up to the finals and now Crackin. What you remember most? But the other day when I talked to Becky, I realized I remember Diego that dengue.
Yeah, Diego had it, Dougie had it, and Kingsley Barnes had it.
Which are the top 3 batsmen in a sense.
The top 3 batsmen in the team, but I think Barnes played because he recovered, but he was still weak.
Yeah.
But Diego didn't play and Crooks didn't play, so our 2 top batsmen didn't play in that final.
Yeah.
And I was super confident. I mean, I was pumped because I'm saying, this is the first championship I'm going to bring to Meadowbrook, and I was looking forward to it.
Yeah, well, let me ask you that before you go further up on that. When you realize you reach a quarter final, the significance it dawned upon you say, you remember you come on KC Bowl for 39, and within 3 years I reach a quarter finals. That didn't mean anything to you in terms that say you realize what happened there, sir?
Oh yeah, because after. To me, that first match in first form that I consider a disaster. And of course, everybody looking down on Meadowbrook, saying, they're playing Meadowbrook, easy win. Everybody was saying that at the time. So you get tired of hearing that. So when 77 roll around now, and like you rightly said, it laid the foundation for what's to come, because now people start paying attention to Meadowbrook because, this Cohost team here is doing things that nobody have seen before. So going into the final, I was super confident. I knew Tivoli was good because they have Roy Malcolm, they had Hamlin Lee and those guys. So I knew they were good. But to me, it didn't faze me. But we went out there that morning, of course, the pitch damp. Yeah. We had 2 best batsmen missing. And they wanted to put us in, that's disaster. And Roy Malcolm do his thing, bowl us out for 49. But honestly, even with that 49, I'm saying to myself, I think we can still win. And I think that I don't know if anybody remembers this, but I think it's probably, as of under 15 players, probably one of the fastest players I bowled. Because I think the 21 runs that score off me that day, I think 19 of them went through slips.
I just never said that I can imagine ball fly off the edge.
It's flying, and to be honest with you, most of the guys in the slips, with the way the ball, the velocity that the ball was coming, I couldn't blame them for just leaving it alone.
No,
seriously.
And I look back on it and know, Crackin, let's don't hold it hard. You realize, strategy wise, if you bowl a fast half spin, maybe that bowl out the team.
You know what? That is true.
Because that's what Ryan Malcolm did. He never bowl pace to bowl you out.
No, that left arm spin, you know.
Yeah, but bowl some faster. But if you do that, but you see, you know, I think about that. Don't I think about it 45 years ago. Yes, started. If you did bowl the fast half spin, but you not think about that. Becky not think about that because
right.
We not think about that at all. But maybe that's what I make it different because we never make enough runs, and in a sense, it's almost like you get a ball too fast.
Well, yeah, looking back now, I think because I was so hyped, you know?
Yeah.
And this that was the first match that my mother was watching.
Oh, really? First time she ever watch you play?
First time she come to watch me play, so you know I was pumped. You know, yeah. You know, but one thing I want to say about that 77 season, I want to give Mr. Becky a lot of credit to molding that team together. Yeah, he did a really good job. You know, he did a good job.
You go ahead, Ira.
No, I didn't say anything, but I just could add. I just want to reinforce what you said about Crackin. Making the national team or even a West Indies team, because I saw Walsh and Patterson and Crackin. You were right up there, Matt.
Yeah, we'll come to that.
Yeah.
I talk about him experience the excellence and all. We'll come up to that.
Okay.
Let's gradually lead up to that where you can ask more questions there. No worry. But because
my experience,
right.
Yeah, my experience in Meadowbrook starts 7 to 8.
No man, right. We'll come up to that, because after the quarters final, Crackin, you were when mother said to you after how you feel after how much before that, how much wicket Tivoli lose for look after the runs?
They didn't lose any. Hamlin Lee and the guy they call Big Ed, them two guys, they went to trials and all that stuff. Those two guys, they got the runs.
Yeah, and
I know you come into the Excelsior part of it, but just because of just to say it, with Hamlin Lee also came on that team that later on, and he told me that he was scared.
He was part of the Excelsior team the later on, really.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Oh, I never know that. I never know that, Crackin. But we'll transition up to that because. When I miss more I talk about everything where you're familiar with, because on cricket, when it comes to you, I just cricket mostly because I'm not a problem with that at all, because I want to dig into it now. So how your mother did feel when she say, how your mother feel when she say you're captain?
She actually had to console me, You
were so disappointed.
I was so disappointed because, I'm saying, this was the one chance for Meadowbrook to get a title, to get a championship. And I felt personally like I let the school down, That's how I felt,
Yeah, but circumstances go against us, because when Becky explained to me, say, Mark, you have to postpone the match, you go play on a wet wicket. Yeah. Make farts and we never had a chance. I mean, but that's how the story Meadowbrook and you always a fight against not just the other team, but the umpire sometime, and then it turned out the officiating.
Administration.
Yeah, the administration. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. All right, so 1978 now, you still a player. That's the last year calls. So fourth
right. 77 was my final year.
First, and the next year now, Mr. Ira joined the team and thing.
Right.
I see me Ira come to school too.
Yeah.
I think so. 70. No, Ira come to school the next year. That's So
and from with Mr. here joining.
Yeah.
This is, I would say, probably the first time I got some real coaching in terms of technical.
Yeah.
Whether batting or bowling.
Yeah.
Cause Mr. here, he's all about coaching. And one time he said to me, he took me on the concrete with a tennis ball and started bouncing it and said, "You have to learn to bat this because you like to bowl bouncers, so other guys gonna try at you." And that's how the hook shot actually became one of my favorite shots.
Okay, in practice it out. Okay.
Because of the practice. Yeah.
So the first time you meet Sayer, then what was the impression you meet Sayer?
Him introduce himself, and he's kind of give it this thing like he's aloof, He's like
laid back, like him not paying attention or not interested.
Him give it the impression that I know you are, but I'm not interested. That kind of attitude, But after, I think it was the first session that he saw me bowl, he came over and he started giving me some little tips here and there, and he started showing more interest. And one thing I like about him is the discipline, man. I just like that about him.
Oh yeah, him never take no pride when it comes to that at all.
Right, and he didn't care who you are.
No. But no matter who you are, man. Certain man would make West Indies team if he dread a coach West Indies team, man.
Exactly. Yep.
That give him to that. But yeah, him and Becky build a foundation where the trophies later on, man. In my mind, Becky laid a foundation, and Becky could have spot talent.
Right.
Becky could have spot talent. At the end of the day, last week, Monday we do a conversation with Eddie, Clive Edwards.
Oh, from
yeah, man, he play on the Sunlight team, and him come
to school. Eddie.
Yeah, man, right, Eddie Pyle. And Eddie said to me, so when him come to school, remember Crackin and Dougie. I hear him to me, but Jelly, I don't remember you with them, man. There, I say no. I said no, Eddie. Me never make Sunlight team until me repeat for farm. So, no man, I understand that in a Crackin. Me there, me play Coles. We play on the Coles team 77. Me captain the Coles team 78. So, me never good enough. But me always a train and a try. So yeah. Eddie, I said, but me remember you, Jelly. Me say no, I not remember. Me never good enough to make the team. So. But few more next conversation will come out next week. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man, I'm talking about that me for a lap. So Eddie, you not remember me. So yeah. So you come on now. So you remember the next year now, because you couldn't play Colts again the following year.
Right.
And most of the man in the league still because Jago couldn't play Colts. Dougie couldn't play Colts because he was in a fourth farm on a band before September.
Yeah.
It was a completely new team. I'm just captain of the team. And Fisher did leave. Christopher Fisher, if you remember, used to bowl like a fast bowling too in the mid.
Oh, yeah, I remember Fisher.
And Wayne Fuller, Fraggy. I think he will play for Sean Monroe. Remember enough of you, and they have a youth on the team named Boxer used to bowl a fast half spin. I don't know if you remember him. A brown youth.
Yeah, I remember him. When you pointed out to me the other day when I couldn't remember who he was.
Fisher, right. I remember. Yeah. Right. You remember him fast happen, and then Richard and Ian Chung and all of me. So yeah. But but I just know. So in a fourth farm now, whenever I met for a while, did you ever think say the cricket would have blossomed so much after, in a sense? Not so we missed the opportunity, but we never beat Tivoli again in the final. Did you have any hopes that Middlebrook could have reached another? Did I get another opportunity then to play another final?
Well, what I was thinking at the time, if the guys, the talent that we have from the 77 team, I was thinking that if we continue to develop, we had a shot. That's what I was thinking. Because I mean, this might sound cocky, but I believe in my talent at the time so much that I just feel like if I get some help, we can do it. That's how I felt.
You want someone? Yeah.
It's not cocky, man. It's just cracking.
Yeah. So all right, the next significant thing I remember now was what player. Freddie come in on the team and Freddie captain the team. That's Hitchcock.
Right.
You remember the 1980 season that the first time I started get. I didn't play regular. I play a couple game. But we somehow reached the semi-final again.
Yeah, the 80 team was a good team because we got some reinforcement with Pegged Duffus.
Yeah, Safford, right?
Richard Evans.
Yeah.
So we and I think Bravo was on the team too.
Yeah, man, Bravo was on that team. Yeah, Bravo was on that team too, yeah.
And Devon Hines.
Yeah,
Devon Hines.
Yeah.
So we had some help. We had those coming in to join with that 77 core group.
Yeah.
So that team I think had a shot.
Yeah.
But in that semi-final, I think nerves got the better of the team.
Yeah.
Nerves got the better of the
Who did
team.
play in the semifinals?
KC.
This whole KC name keep coming up.
With Tucker and Hines.
Tucker and Hines.
Tucker and Hines, they destroyed us, man.
Yeah, man, I remember. So, we remember, apart from the semi-finals, we remember any match standouts in another season there? Did you think so would have reached the semi-final? Because you're right. We got reinforcement in terms of say, and even some of the footballers them turned cricketer got tournament was more than a reasonable batsman, a wicket keeper. Great fielder. Yeah. He was wicket keeper.
Yeah, he played well.
Yeah, man, he was a very talented player, man. He come as a footballer, but he may not play cricket. He could have keep. Me always see him as a man. You remember Diego Garden Crackin?
Yeah.
Tournament would have stand up there and all that, stump the man and all that. Hold on now. You have to remind about this, because I'll bring about it. I remember how much I played at Tivoli Garden. And a man hit the ball and it fly past him. And you bring up on him. And the next time the man hit the ball and dive on the leg side and catch the ball and he run come up to congratulate and him throw the ball in him. I was so upset when I bring up on him because the first time I never the cat. Yeah. You remember that Tivoli Guard match, eh? The one at Tivoli?
Yeah, I remember. Because one of the things that I remember about that match in particularly, when you go down to Tivoli, let me give you a lot of food.
Yeah,
and
man,
they sweeten the drink, so when you come back after the break, you feel sleepy.
Yeah, man. They do
that. They do that. Yeah, but I remember the match. Yeah,
man. Yeah. So we do win that match, eh?
No, the match draw.
Okay.
Yeah, the match draw. Yeah.
So you weren't surprised then that we reached the semifinals then? That's what I say.
No, not with the team that we had.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good team.
Us Crackin, the entire school was behind the team, man.
Yes.
Yeah, we were all behind the team.
Absolutely. Because it was
another big
we got to some place that we have never gotten before with the Sunlight team. It was a huge achievement.
Yeah, man. Yeah. For me, it was a significant achievement, Crackin. It was like, because on the Colts achievement, the Colts reached the semi-final, when the finals, I will never win.
Right.
But the Sunlight, a big man thing, when I said, I play. It was a disappointment in a sense that we only made 8 years, that we were overall. That's what I always remember that match.
Yep.
Overall. What did you read to me before and after the match? You remember?
I don't remember what he said afterwards, but I know before, he was just trying to tell us to relax. It's just another game. Just go out there and play the best of the ability. But the relaxing part, I think most guys forgot about that. It was tense. You could see it, because I when I was out there batting with most of the guys, and I was actually trying to calm them down.
The nerves.
The nerves, man. You could tell, you could tell.
I remember I repeat fifth farm. So I repeat fifth farm as a matter of fact. It was
right.
The second year in a fifth farm, and so that's a learning experience there, Crackin. I was part of that.
It was, because of course 2 years later we win the championship. So
I'm gonna ask your opinion on that. But before we get to that now, so that is one of the reasons why after the year they finish now, and you go sixth farm, you go Excelsior, you never want to repeat Meadowbrook again. I never have enough grades to go sixth farm. Why do you end up at
I didn't have enough subjects to go to sixth farm.
Okay. Still want to play cricket.
And actually I'd actually gotten a job and during that summer, and then I got a phone call from Walchi. And he said, you don't want to come to Excelsior because you're still eligible. And he said to me, Patterson's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, yeah. I said, oh yeah, I'm on my way.
yeah. That never intimidated you at all. So I didn't know Walter. You play for Melbourne by that time?
Well, I didn't start playing, but I was a member.
You remember the club, okay?
Yeah, I was a member. So we were all friends with Duffers, Randy Evans, all of us.
But forget them come from Melbourne too, right?
Right.
All them come from right road, yeah.
And
Salah.
Yeah, and Peggy, Ranny, all of them are also going to Excelsior.
Yeah. And them used to call Walsh Cuddy
Roll, yeah.
Cuddy Roll. Yeah. But Peggy them go Excelsior the year too?
Yeah, and Ranny too.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes. All on the play in the last year.
All of us win. That might be the best schoolboy team ever assembled.
I never win. Never
won and hope.
Never win Crackin. It was a strong team. Beanie, I remind me talk to him, early on. After my start, Beanie called me one Sunday evening, and he must say, that same year there, we missed semi-final by 1 point. That's the first year I captain the team.
Right.
I never know that, because I say, certain match you remember, and certain match you don't remember at all. Yeah,
but the years them run together sometimes.
Yeah. But Beanie saying, remember, I say, the last one to play against Nigeria, with the draw it or something like that. So we had to go to the semi-final. So what was it like playing for Excelsior as opposed to playing Meadowbrook?
With Excelsior, it was more just playing cricket. Meadowbrook for me was representing the school.
Yeah, same.
It's a passion, it's a love that I have for Meadowbrook that is different. Like I said, with Excelsior, it's just playing cricket.
It's like a job, but with Meadowbrook, it's like
exactly. Yeah.
It's like you play some professional team, you go Excelsior. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, Crackin, I have a question.
Sure.
When you went to Aggie, did you run into Stally's brother up there?
I didn't even know he had a brother.
He had a brother who went to Aggie. He did most of the running, but his name was Clive Mayer.
Oh, I'm not.
Clive and I were the same age, so he went. Yeah.
Even if he was there, unless I was aware that he was Stally's brother, then probably I wouldn't make the connection,
Okay.
So, but it was the start of the team in the producer. I never have no doubts in a reach final. So.
There was no doubts that we were going to win.
It's true anything what to say. You and Walsh. So hold on. What was it like a ball with Walsh and Patterson? In terms of pace at the time, because I still think at that stage you're the faster and quicker and better than the two of them. That's my opinion.
The Pato was faster.
Mm-hmm.
It was faster, but the opportunities were limited. Opportunities were limited because if I tell you, I only bowl 33 overs for the entire season.
How much them bowl?
A lot.
A lot.
And on the flip side though, you have some schools are making 19, some schools making 26.
Oh, so you didn't get a chance. So you were like,
you didn't really get a chance.
You opened the bowling then.
No, Walsh and Patterson opened the bowling and then me.
Yeah.
It was only the semi-final and the final that I really get an opportunity. The semi-final, Wilma's made 44. I got 3 for 3. And the final, of course, I got the most wickets in the final. I got 4. So
only nobody lose a final there with such a star set.
You want the truth?
Yes.
Bad captaincy.
All right, so go through that then. What the score was? Who bat first and what the score was?
KC bat first.
How would the match play? Buying as usual?
At Melbourne.
At Melbourne.
My homegrown, yeah.
By that time they have played for Melbourne, I know. But Walsh also played for Melbourne.
Right. KC were 96 for 7.
Yeah.
And out of that 7, I'm gone 4.
Yeah.
KC end up making 196.
Yeah.
100 run score. I don't bowl another ball, and I end up getting the most wickets in the match.
Oh, so him take him hide yo.
Yes.
Him no expose your talent at all. Put it mildly. I hear you cracking. You never know that. So you have the man 90 after 7, now you take 4 wickets. Well, it's unfortunate that you end up there, saying, because it's almost like you probably see your talent, and it's like I'm saying this to openly, you're more talented than him, faster than him, quicker than him at the time, and it's like because of the underexposure, it's like you never get exposed to play the real cricket when you think you'd blossom out, and that is very unfortunate, Crackin. That is so because it's almost like you're playing them shadows all the time. And Melbourne, I Excelsior there so. And then, so at no time at all, ever think they could have moved after school now. But no, talk about the final first then. So, you know, they bowl them for 190 yard. When they bowl them for 190 yard, how much you want to make?
I think we made like 135 or 120 something to that. There was a collapse. From 100 and something for 2, and probably all of 135, something like that.
When they play for that team, that France coming
up.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, it was a good team. It was a good team. You know.
Team, yeah. But you see, one man understand you play with more sport and life, so pressure is a hell of a thing. You make 200 in a cricket match at schoolboy level. You're under pressure. A bat to make that. You have a really good enough and Excelsior never have the tradition of winning. When you're not playing a final, when was the last time Excelsior ever won Sunlight Cup? You remember?
Honestly, I don't even know. To be honest with you, I have no idea.
So they're not a tradition of winning that cup at all. I win money cup a couple of times, but they're not a tradition.
Right.
That's unfortunate that they end up under them regime there. Glen.
Yeah.
So can you play a Melbourne and the same you on that film in a sense. They would have seen him as a senior bowler. He would have captain Melbourne team at the time.
Well, for the most part, he was playing because he got a contract to go play county cricket.
For Gloucester, yeah. Gloucester.
Yeah, so whenever their season finished, then he would come back and play for Melbourne.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and as you talk about that, I remember one season, we're getting ready to play a senior cup game, and there's everybody saying, yeah, next week Walsh coming, and they say he's gonna get my game.
Yeah.
So we went to play a game against St. Catherine Cricket Club, and I went to the captain and I said, listen, nobody gonna get my game, give me the new ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got 13.
You get 13 wickets in that match?
13 wickets in the match.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's unfortunate, man. The exposure where you need it, you never get at all. So, no, it in a sense, and this is why sometimes things happen in our life is like, yes, right, because I blame nobody, Glen. There's a talk, Bonnet and right. At no time at all ever think they could have gone to another club where they get a more opportunity. I don't know if I'm crossing your mind.
Well, to be honest with you, you remember Basil Williams?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, well, he told me that I should leave and come to Kenny. And he said to me, if I come to Kenny, I'll definitely play for Jamaica. That's what he told me.
Yeah.
But for me, living in Meadowbrook, it was more convenient.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
To go to Melbourne. It was way more and at the time, I didn't have a car.
Yeah, no, right.
So it was more out of convenience and comfort.
Yeah, you're not taking him serious at the time, but in a sense, I look back now, it's like, yes, him did right.
Yeah, even when because he came, God rest his soul, he passed away, a few years ago. He was living in Georgia here.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Every time that he sees me, that's what he said to me. He said, I told you. You should have come to Kenny.
Yeah, because he ended up captain West Indies team for 1 year and 70 years.
Yeah, he was captain in the Jamaica team, so
Jamaica team, yeah. And,
yeah,
and that's all in our life, Crackin, that's all I need, One thing is this exposure, and the
Right.
opportunity, you know. Because you had the talent, you know. You had the talent more than anything else, you know. And me I say, right, you just never get the exposure at all. And then, I just say, no, you live in Meadowbrook, no, you name that thing, say, you can't take a bus 2-3, but it's just that's treachery, you know, and a bride.
Yeah, it just seems hard, you know. So
Yeah.
You stick with what's comfortable for you, you know.
Oh, definitely. And by that time, your mother, they're foreign already.
No, she was still there.
Okay.
She was still there, you know.
Yeah, but that, it was out of the way, man. Because we never know Kensington there until me play the Colts fan.
The Colts, yeah.
All of my parents grew up in a Rallington town. Afterwards, when they go on, I tell them, so I went in there. I go play match on this, so I didn't know. They might tell me, say, yeah, they used to live near this. So yeah. All right, so back to your first love then. We just never know that. We just want to get the idea what happened to Excelsior, because in your mind, you never leave Meadowbrook at all. You know?
No. Because remember, you know, whenever I didn't have any practice or anything, I used to come back up to Meadowbrook and practice with the guys, you know.
Oh, I mean, if you remember that, Crackin. It's like you never left the team at all.
I didn't leave, you know.
You were part of the team, the 82 team, you were part of that team.
Even when I was playing senior cup, I would come by in the evenings and practice,
Just on the road, we play We've Cup match and minor cup match. You still play for the same, I remember that.
Yeah, I still play some minor cup games in Meadowbrook at the time.
Come on, yeah, man. They make you can play same, yeah. So, let me ask a question of them, because I say this in my mind, you know. If it is possible, Meadowbrook probably wouldn't allow it at all. If you repeat fifth farm at Meadowbrook, a third time, a second time, would you have stayed?
No.
Okay.
I wouldn't have stayed because it's at the time, even if you're 2 years older, 3 years older, back then, it's a huge gap.
Yeah. If you got six arms like me, maybe
that would have been different. That would have been different.
Yeah, I can't see that, Glen. I can't see that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. All right. So remember that 81 to 88, not the final team. Remember about the team after that. The one. I remember more the year of one then when the final I win 82.
Yeah, 82 is the one because I was close with that team.
All right. So remember about that. Go through that. Which one of the match you remember most? Are coming up to the finals.
The semi. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I remember being at the semi-final and of course at the final and at the Sparling Cup final. I was there too.
That's a different. We never played Sparling Cup that year. They're cracking.
It's 84 then.
84 Sparling Cup final. Remember?
Yeah, with the drop ball.
Yeah, with Derek. Yeah,
that was 84 with Derek. Okay, that was 84.
84. No, remember telling you the toughest match we played that year? I don't know if you remember that match. First match we played was JC and Junior had a play. No, that was 81. Or maybe 81. I don't remember. I just said the year them between. But the toughest match we played here was Tivoli Garden again. I think we make 106 and bowl them out for 90 or something like that. Right? But the question I ask you now, when we reach the semi-final, did you think, say, we could have win this cup here?
Honestly, no. And let me tell you why I say that, because if you put the teams on paper, Meadowbrook was probably one of the least talented teams. However, on paper, but I think they were better coached than any team that played. They were well coached, and the chemistry of the team had a lot to do with the success.
Yeah, man. You hit the nail on the head, Crackin. We never have a brand name player. We never have a star player. But the team
they played as a team.
Exponentially better than all of the other team.
And they had a good captain.
A captain will listen, that's it. A captain will listen to people almost and say, let me try this and try that. Yeah, definitely. So you remember the semi-final then? And the final.
Yeah, I was there. Like I said, I don't remember exactly what happened, but I was there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
There's none of those finals miss me, you know.
None of them 3 finals ever win.
None of those 3 finals miss me. You know, the one that shocked me more than anything else was the 86, because I came there and everybody's asking for the dread.
Yeah.
So that was puzzling to me, and then nobody could tell me what's going on. So I was like, you know, how this team is gonna win without their, you know, leader?
Yeah, that was a mystery. That's a mystery.
Yeah.
Again. I don't know what it happened.
You know,
I don't know what happened at all. But yeah,
so to pull off that victory, I think was remarkable.
Yeah, although we win easy at the end, but yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
Guys, I was towards the end of the team. It's like him. But since what happened by that time, then the team was so well coached.
And Joe.
And the chemistry, man. The chemistry throughout the entire squad. Because all them you watch your play and all them things and come on. It was like the foundation of the league then. That's all I say. Like them play and expect for win, and we expect for win. So yeah. So when you finally won now in 1982, even though you not play upon the team, how you did feel?
I felt like I played.
I hear you cracking. I hear it's like I hear a team. It's a fun feel.
Up to this year, me and some of them guys were having conversation, and I've been talk about something like what I said. I said, man, I broke win 3 cups in 4 years, man. You have nothing to tell me.
Yeah, man. I was bragging rights at Crackin. Them can't say no that time, right?
You know, years ago you couldn't do it, but you know, after 82 right to 86,
yeah.
You know, nobody could say nothing to me, right? Because I'm like, I better book in son like up 3 years.
Yeah, and I like a year.
3 times in 4 years, yeah. So you know.
Kind of your mind, the one year soon I argued was like it never ended up on the map at all, never win nothing. So yeah.
And worse, you lose. So it seems irrelevant, you know.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah. All right, so let me lighten it up a little bit then now, because where some of the fun memories I remember from training. Anyone a couple of the fun memories from training, yes, why?
One that stand out, which most people probably wouldn't say is a fun memory, but the same 80 season, 1980.
Yeah.
We were getting ready to play, I think it was Kingston Technical, the first game of the season.
Yeah.
And coming from the previous season, Kingston Tech supposed to be one of the better teams. Mm-hmm. And you know, we were kind of cloning around at the practice, and of course that made the dread mad. Mm-hmm. And I think Diego, I don't know what he was playing around with, a Beckford or something. And the dread says, Diego and Atkins not playing Saturday. Everybody was like, sir, can't you choose another game?
Yeah.
You know, and he was like, no, I don't care. I'm taking the 2 best players, and they're sitting. And I'm trying to talk him out of it, and he was like, I've made my decision. And when you think back, I respect that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. At the time, it didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
You know, but after you get older now, you recognize what he was doing. Mm-hmm. You know, setting an example. You know, showing people that look, it doesn't matter who you are, what talent you have, discipline comes first. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And the thing about it is, we go into that game, Diego is on the bench, I'm on the bench, and we cheering like crazy. Mm-hmm. And Beanie came into the team, took 5 wickets. KT was bowled out for 49.
Yeah, I remember.
We won the game easily.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah, we won the game easily. So it showed that, you know, he did the right thing. Mm-hmm. You know, yeah, he did the right thing. You know, because it gelled the team, and because that 80 team turned out to be one of the most disciplined team that we had. Yeah. You know?
Yeah.
So, I respect him for that.
No, that's how I go discipline, Crackin. I remember that, man. I remember that. So Ira, you there?
Yeah.
You have any question you want to ask? Me know you say it, me for just go on, you just go and listen, but Yeah, but the question you want to ask Crackin, you're the American with Crackin, and when the first time you meet Crackin, how you remember?
Because I came in 78 in the September, so I came in right in the football season. Yeah. So Crackin was already seasoned in Meadowbrook. But Crackin never speak a whole lot.
And by the time the Crackin, you start playing back with a football.
Yeah, by then, of course, because, how cricketers are. We love soccer.
Yep.
Yeah.
We love it.
I'm a sport, man. Yeah.
Yeah, it's in your blood, so,
Yeah, most of the challenge was either in what we used to call house cricket or house football.
Yeah.
That was it. That's when I got my first crack at him, so...
Yeah, you're not going to Crackin in a while. But afraid
Ward out, yeah.
Yeah, but even though Crackin now ball and Crackin attack you, man, I like I get crack same way. I remember that time Ira. Yeah, go ahead, Ira. I wonder if I'm drop off. Crackin, you there?
Yeah, man, I'm still here.
I wonder if Ira gone. I'm going to say. Alright, you there? I not hear you.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, man, no, hey, so you never played a match against Crackin, a football or a cricket match against Crackin, I remember.
Yeah, man, I'm trying a house cricket match against him, man.
Okay. How you remember? I lick him all over the place, how you take time?
I think I was the only footballer that played against him that knocked him all over the place for a couple of
Crackin. Well, you're both from a shot run, not those cricket series.
Yeah, no, you see Interform and host. No, I just run off like I just 6 steps,
You know what hurt nobody.
I didn't want to hurt anybody. Seriously.
By that time,
and then the judge cannot get on me. Want to know why I'm not coming up for cricket? But I'm like, that wasn't my take at the time, man.
Yeah. By that,
even though
sorry.
I cricket, man. But it, I wasn't in it.
Yeah. But so by that time, the Crackin, you never have no point to prove America at all. So you play against a man, when a man really rip you the wrong way, you not look for hurt nobody or try to intimidate nobody.
No, because I see when we're playing inter-house, interform, I see them still as teammates.
Yeah.
So, I never went all out, because I think, I don't even think Ward ever won the cricket.
No.
Yeah.
So, and to me, it was just fun.
But my man, something though, because I was forget about it, It's like, come the thing saying, if you take the batting serious, you could be a Boston because you have volley part timing, and you have volley. So why you never take the batting serious, or you just feel say?
But remember at Meadowbrook I was batting at number 5 for the team,
Right, no, right. Some say it's not like say you're not tail end.
Right, but you see, what happens is now when you leave and start playing at the club level, and in those days at the club level, you don't have no coach. It's the manager and the captain run everything. And when I was at Melbourne, honestly, for the 7 years that I played down there, I don't even remember if I ever bat 7 times in practice.
Oh, that's all. Well, yes, I say I get more practice at Meadowbrook than at the club.
Way more practice. Not even close. It's just bowling constantly.
But what you said to me, it's almost like I realize that in a Crackin. Because we are telling me now, say it's like it's a magic now that West Indies cricket team. How did they come so good and the club level was so weak in terms of say organization? Where the man have learned
natural talent. I mean, every club was similar. Bowlers bowl, batters bat. That's basically how it was back in the day.
And them go England go get practice.
Because now when you go to England to play, and you go to even below the county level where you play league cricket.
Yeah.
When you're the pro, you have to bat and bowl.
Yeah.
So you don't have no choice. You have to bat, you have to bowl because that's what they're paying you to do. Yeah.
So the opportunity you talk about league cricket, not even the league cricket opportunity ever come up for you for say, man,
I ask, and the response was the scouts have to come see me, and at the time, no scouts not coming to Jamaica, so
you get a Crackin. You know enough man who could have if them did want. I mean, I call nobody name because I don't want to embarrass nobody.
Right.
No, I don't want that Ira because it's a shame. It's a shame, Crackin.
Yeah.
With a man of Crackin talent. A 2 or 3 team, it's supposed at least not even you're good enough to play for any county team in England, Glen.
Crackin suffer the same fate of me suffer with football.
Yeah.
Because we play most of our ball uptown.
Yeah.
Yep.
So if you're not associated with on a football sense, with the team then from downtown, Cavaliers, Santos, Harborview, Boys Town, Tivoli, your chance of making a national is very slim.
Oh, definitely, man. Definitely. Yeah. The same thing. But
to me, that was not a problem though, because whenever I played against those guys, I destroyed them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, so I was good with it.
Well, you see, the difference in Ira, you have more chance, cricket never have so much team like we have only for football team, only for football competition player.
Yeah.
It's when I said, in a cricket now, it was, the cricket competition wasn't as widespread as football competition. You have only for players to showcase the skills. I went in there. I think about it, Crackin. It's like, I say, get a rod.
But look on this, Jelly. Look on this now. Crackin start dominate for the first year in the courts. That means the entire Jamaica cricket organization should have already noticed him and seen him already.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But I remember one thing, back in the day, no matter how good you are, if the man said, the next question is going to come out of the man, which school him play for?
Yeah.
Aye. Exactly.
I believe you, Crackin. So because that prejudice go against everybody who come from Meadowbrook, and it was a testament that Meadowbrook wins so much trophy at the time, and nobody, or very few people from Meadowbrook even go on to represent Jamaica on a long-term basis because of lack of exposure.
Right.
Because when we win Sunlight here, Crackin, we go play. Them call me. Them a call, but the way you go the scoreboard them a give you. Man, give me the scorebook. We go up a grazing and take you give me the scorebook. I never even get a chance to bat our ball. Goose, you tell me the same thing. P. Brown tell me the same thing when we talk to him one away. When he was playing, it was him and Perry, and P. Brown end up at dominate senior cup cricket.
Right, for JDF.
Yeah, exactly. But because I never got Meadowbrook, it's a ride you get, man. But guess what? We have to talk about it, and we're proud of our achievement. But we get a raw deal when right throughout this, and the same thing happened to you, Ira. The same thing happened to you. Because when I say it's so significant, there's a man of Crackin immense talent from First Farm and the Jamaica Cricket Board, or somebody from the cricket team. But hold on, Ira, you remember Crackin? Remember it was what the whole guy name we used to play for Jamaica? Charted late. What the other one? Dickie Fuller.
Dickie Fuller.
Yeah, he never come train me one at a time.
Yeah, I remember him coming for maybe about a week.
I'm Meadowbrook.
Yeah, he used to do some what do you call it, SDC coaching.
Yeah.
Who was that again?
Dickie Fuller.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, well, I think him the play with Georgia a little at the time was like SDC that I'm playing, but no Crackin. Depending.
But that coaching wasn't anything really.
No, not some. No, it wasn't.
I didn't learn anything from him.
No, it was just a job somebody gave him we know him connection. It was
right.
If him didn't understand, you like get a game. But you see that's the difference in it. This is my mind. This is why I say Jamaica never reach World Cup until an outside man come start with the team based on merit.
Right.
And that same thing happened at Meadowbrook. Meadowbrook never became dominant of the team until Becky introduced a merit-based competition to pick a team. Same thing with the football team when the finally win. You pick a team based on how good the man is, not who know who or which part him come from or what name there. A man now get no game if him not perform. And that make a big difference, man. It affects Meadowbrook up until the time. And it match up Jamaica cricket too in a sense. Because the best talent now come forward. Best talent now come forward, Crackin. Best talent now come forward. So, which one of the match you remember? Which one of the victory them sweeter the most? Also, the three victory make a what? The three so like up on them.
Well, the first one have to be. The 82, I mean, that was the first one for the school. So, I mean, you know, you basically get over the hump, you know.
Yeah,
so that was nice.
You broke up the glass ceiling. So we remember from the team.
Yeah, the first one.
We remember play. The man you remember play for the team. You remember Nasserati there. We play against and you have respect, not even respect for, but you admire Nasserati. The man can batter our ball. Cheddar, yeah.
Cheddar.
Yeah,
Cheddar. Cheddar to me, I feel a little disappointed because when I see Cheddar first, I say, yeah, this guy gonna go reach far with his batting, and I don't think he fully realizes potential.
Talent. I think he might only man like 100 for Melbourne in sunlight, you know.
Yeah, because that guy can bat.
Yeah, man.
He can bat.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And Ferdinand then had some pace.
Yeah, man. But they say the year we won, him didn't upper six, but him never play.
Oh, he didn't play?
Some man retire. You can't imagine how much stronger the team would be if him did play. Him never play, man.
And Crooks didn't play either.
Crooks never play 81, but Crooks never did
81 because
If him retire to him, he put himself in a retirement too, and Ferdinand went too. It's not like saying them just decide that they don't want to play no more cricket. Dougie gave him reason early on, and by that time they tell me long afterwards say him start lose him eyes in terms of say him not see as properly, say him not pick up the ball, so you know. But other things did happen too. But Dougie and Ferdinand, if they play, I think Ferdinand played on the 81 team, but he never played on the 82 team. I don't quite remember. Crackin.
I think you're right.
Yeah, but Ferdinand did quick. You never played with Piggy at school, or Piggy came after I left. The wicket keeper.
No, I know Piggy well, man.
Yeah, but Piggy was there.
What was there?
80.
Piggy came 80?
Yeah.
So Piggy was on that 80 team?
No, I think Ira said come September 80. I think Piggy played 80.
Oh, September. Okay.
Man, right. I some remember to Crackin, but came the 2 year when we captain the team. Came there footballer. Yeah, Ira, probably Ira, why you left Meadowbrook?
I graduated 81.
You're right, and that's the first year Piggy did come, and Piggy was the goalkeeper, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. That's the year you excels at Crackin, right?
Right. But I know him very well, you know.
So where did you know Piggy from? Just at school?
At school, yeah, because I remember I used to come back and help out the team, you know.
Yeah. No, Piggy, me have a program will come up in a couple of weeks' time. I have to talk about Piggy. I get them two friends them for come talk about him. Dougie Laughman and Marvin last name again. Bailey. And Byron.
That's a good thing, man.
Byron, you know. Because I can't forget Piggy, man. Piggy to me was like a rocking at the team a certain way. It's like
you had a lot of talent, man.
Yeah, man. And you see, here me have no more anything else now. A fighting spirit where, you know. And as I come from a rival school and I beat up, so that was a sweeter thing for him to say. School on the road, I call them because I would beat them up so much, I embarrassed them. I said, no. All right, Crackin, let me ask you some more questions now. All right, tell me, embarrassing moment you remember at Meadowbrook where you can look back on with a smile. Did I ask a question already? No. Yeah, tell me embarrassing moment. You can look back with a smile.
I think this might have been in second form, I think. I don't know if you remember this guy, Wayne Duar.
Oh, I mean, yeah, man, you have a older brother name, and they own the gas station, the Shell gas station.
Yeah, the parents had a gas station, right?
Right at Price, right? Yeah.
Remember they used to have these locks that they put on the desk?
Yeah, man, you lock up your book them like this, yes.
Yeah, so I remember one day I just lock it. And he didn't have his keys. So of course the teacher sent me to Mr. Thorpe.
Yeah.
And Mr. Thorpe was there talking to me, and he tell me to put my hands on the chair, and he kept flexing that cane. I remember him saying to me, he said, Mr. Atkins, he said, you represent the school in cricket, and you should know better than that. I was a cricketer myself in Barbados.
Well, I repeat, Crackin. You kind of feel you a bit. Repeat. After I say he was a cricketer in Barbados, repeat.
You know, he was telling me that he's disappointing in me because as a cricketer that represents the school,
yeah,
I should be a better representation by setting an example instead of, being mischievous.
Mm-hmm.
So he was telling me that he was a cricketer himself in Barbados.
Yeah.
And before he finished that statement, I just felt the cane across my butt.
Get you off guard.
Yeah. So I got two, and then he said to me, make sure this is the last time that you come here for anything like this. It says the next time you come here, it should be either about your schoolwork, you're doing well, or you're doing great at cricket. That's what he said to me.
Yeah, Mr. Top.
Hey, you're the only one that came on so far that I've heard that actually confessed that you get caned by Tark. Nobody else.
No, Ira, let me tell you, I get caned by Tark one time. Yeah, man. Me and my mother get me in a problem as usual. A teacher, I remember, I tell you how Crackin, a teacher named Miss Parry.
Miss Parry, yeah, I know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I remember her. Yeah.
I don't think it's started going to school yet. An English teacher too, so I come up now, she used to talk a certain way. And me just from them time that, you know that Glen, my mouth you go here, I go mock you and laugh after you. So I start laugh after her come up from bottom field. And she report me to top. Top call me in my office the next day. I forget that the next day him come on and say, like you must say, him drive him as Mr. Prince. Him never going on a speech with me on cricket. Because by the time there, me not as big a cricketer like Crackin, Ira.
Oh, okay.
So I'm said to me, Glen, is Mr. Prince. And drive nose. Remember Mr. Drive Nose Crackin?
Yeah.
I'm said, bend over.
Touch your toes.
Yeah, man, you got 3 or 4 lash we get the day, man. Yeah. I remember, man. If no one argument with me like I give a lecture like how I get crack a lecture and all of it, but yeah. Yeah, my mouth did get me in trouble, man. My mouth I still does sometimes. My mouth did get me in trouble because I have the opportunity for mouth here, I not going to use. Even if you're a teacher. So, Crackin, let me ask you this then now. A young cricketer come up here now, right? Although cricket in my mind has been West Indies cricket as the team. Before we go this, did you realize that we had dominated cricket in the 80s at the time when West Indies cricket was the most talented and on top of the world? Did you, when you look back on that, you realize that our achievements at them time they were significant based on the backdrop of that? Do you ever think about that?
Oh yeah. And one of the things that as a student at the game that I point out to a lot of people that, especially the youngsters, when I tell them those 15 years or so when we were the number 1 team in the world, we did that without a coach.
Yeah, the West Indies team, yeah.
All we had was a physiotherapy.
Yeah,
Dennis Lee from Australia.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all we had. And we were the fittest team in the world, and that was it. But everything else, it was just the talent.
Yeah. And
there was no coach.
And for things that dominate schoolboy cricket in that same era there.
Same era, yep.
Same era, Crack.
Yeah, and yet you can't get a trial.
No, we'll get a scoreboard for keep, exactly. Exactly. Are you surprised at the decline of West Indies cricket?
Yes. Because of the foundation that was built I thought that I know there would be some drop off, but I didn't expect that it would be this bad for so long. Actually, because sometimes you're gonna have ups and downs, but we have been in the valley for years.
No, it's all about cracking. I don't even watch cricket. I listen to. I don't think
it's difficult. It's difficult to watch because it's so terrible.
When you see the man when them have a play, and I say, but them man there. I'm sorry, me could have walked in them team there today at Crackin. I know say me wasn't in the top draw and no cricket team at all. Even at Meadowbrook. I say, Mr. some of the man there play. I say, So
and certain things you can use certain things as measuring stick in a sense that if you look at schoolboy cricket today in comparison to schoolboy cricket in our time, you can see the huge drop off, and that's a reflection of the team that we have as the West Indies team.
Oh no, definitely. I can't think of a great since Walsh. I can't think of a fast bowler stand out for West Indies cricket from Jamaica.
No.
I can't think of any Glen.
I don't think we'll ever produce another fast bowler like Walsh.
No.
Oh no, Cuddy was sharp, man.
Yeah.
One thing about him, and I give him credit for this, playing with him, he knows how to get people out.
Yeah.
That is one thing I can tell you about him. He knows how to get people out.
Yeah. So what do you think? I mean, me never think a foundation laid down in Glen when it comes to West Indies cricket. I think we'll win based off our raw talent.
Right.
I would think the talent could have taken all the way, all along. I want the talent fell off and then the indiscipline set in, because that happened. Indiscipline and lack of talent, and two of them go together, and it's like
the ship sink.
Yeah, Glenn. I mean, I am so disappointed that I say I've not followed cricket since me lived here. So you and Hitchcock lucky when I play. Well, and then that alone is like when we live now and then life take over. You have other commitments. I find the time.
Right.
So but I've not lifted up a cricket bat since I left Meadowbrook. Because I never play club cricket like you. Me did start also from early as a year for my thing. I also from left school.
Right.
I look for make money. It's me as a team. I never have time to play cricket or not like that at all. And I'm in the back of my mind, I never think I'm talented enough. That was part of it too. It's me as a team. So I remember I over there watch ball for me in a top income match on a Melbourne. I said, I said, me no need. Let me have that sentence. Me no need the money I ball to me for me make a money. No, I'm not just a Crackin. I'm sad you, I'm looking on the odds, because I like look on life, and the probability, At the time, at 25, when I play, I make West Indies team because I make a money. Right? Unless you're in the top 25, I make the money. Right. Not like now you have only a different cricketer play.
Yeah, back then it didn't pay.
No, I mean, I say, if you now make a cut the Glen, you can't make a living off of playing cricket in the Caribbean. If I say to you, I'm just saying.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, that is a fact.
It better me go try hustle. That's why it's a non-stop hustling for me since that. So I say, right, it make me go on. But me disappointed that West Indies cricket like you. In a sense, me not surprised. Unlike you say you're surprised. Because me never think the foundation that lay. The foundation lay. And when you say to me, it's raw talent, and you're right. It's just whole heap of talent they come in at the time. And I don't know where the talent is. How come we stop producing talent? That's a mystery. That's the mystery. I don't.
That's a mystery, and I have no answer for that.
No, because when things say so much fast bowler come through the West Indies team at the time that when we have a school. Every year a new fast bowler come and good enough can replace the old one them, Glen.
Or even if you check the senior cup teams at that time, every club had 3 good, genuine fast bowlers.
Yeah.
So the problem start when the cricket them start make money, man.
What do you mean?
When money start everything go down.
Well, you don't think some money would have solved the problem, but what I said, the money caused the problem, Ira?
No, the player them start make money now, so it was more important to play for them club team and make money rather than play for the West Indies team. I even play for the Jamaican team.
Oh, I see me.
Yeah. And the same thing with the football.
Well,
Before Yeah, before the football, them start getting money for player. Them used to play.
Mm.
And now that money are run, them not playing no more for the country.
No, that's true. Even the international team, unless a big time team, them. Where them are gone, a whole heap of money I play. Them get a whole heap of money I play for the club. Not like that. Them go at all. That's what I mean. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see that happen. So when you come here Crackin, you never take up no cricket seriously. Atlanta, you go straight to?
No, I went to New York first, 1990.
How long you stay there, so?
3.5 years.
Okay. And you never chose to play in cricket in Island, New York?
Oh,
you did?
Oh yeah, I did. I played in Van Cortlandt Park, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of good enough still for you play competitive cricket. Good enough.
Yeah, man, I played competitive, up until 2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
You run off a short run up them time ago.
Oh yeah, now I'm off the short run.
But still strong, same with your strong shoulder, them man.
Yeah, the shoulder's still strong.
Yeah, so hold on. When you come to Melbourne, you have sheer strength. At what point you start lift weights? I must start lift weights.
Well, the strange thing is, most people thought that I lifted weights, but it was just God's gift for the physique that I had at the time.
Yeah, okay.
But Mr. Here told me, I think it might have been 1980 or 79. He told me that I need to lift a lot more weights because that will strengthen my muscles or I'm gonna get hurt. He told me that, but I did not like weights.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it. Of course, when I get older and start going to the gym and stuff, I start doing that, but that was too late in a sense. But yeah, and at Melbourne, I pick up numerous injuries. And every time I got an injury, I remember what Reggie told me.
So every single time. Your leg or your bowling arm?
It was side, back. That was the main issues I was having. It was the side and the back.
Oh, okay. I think that contributed to the fact that I
didn't lift enough weights to strengthen those muscles.
Yeah.
Because I was everything for me was just talent and strength.
Natural.
Natural, yeah. And but I needed to, strengthen those muscles some more by lifting weights, and I didn't take heed to that. But he told me to do that.
You needed a good coach or somebody that motivated.
Well, yeah, and I didn't have any coach at Melbourne.
No. Well, they said no club team in Jamaica, no coach, and even you play the Jamaica team. Well, even at the time, you West Indies team never have no coach for say. The
West Indies didn't have the team, but the Caribbean, the Guyana and Trinidad, they had coaches.
Oh, really? The Shell Shield team?
Yeah, they had coaches. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Jelly, what are the difference with Crackin, man? Is that him move from country now and come to town and him start eat town food?
No, Ira.
When in that country, him is strong because appear in the field and the yam. No.
But Crackin come from Ghana and over. They have the yellow yam and the white yam and the Afro yam. No, but Crackin, not the that truck there now. And I say, a countryman and them strong now. But we never know where you come from. Where the really am them come from.
So over time, being a town now, over time, him kind of win.
Yeah. He's not got a proper food, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Crackin, when we have to talk about that, Ira, Crackin, when you go to Bottom Field, you have any good memories from the Bottom Field?
And it's so much good. I really don't have any bad memories at Bottom Field. Everything is pretty much positive. I enjoy my time, whether it's football, cricket. I did have another embarrassing moment at Bottom Field. Yeah, it was, as a cricketer, sportsman, I think that I'm super fit. So we were having the sports day.
Yeah.
I think it might have been second form or third. I don't remember. But being a super fit athlete now, and they said they want me to run the 400. So the race started, man. I took off like a rocket. So when I get to the top of that last 100,
Last 100, I turn around 200.
everybody start passing me because my legs start feeling like rubber.
Yeah, right. That's different.
That was probably the most embarrassed I've ever felt in high school.
It's a wake-up experience that they said, this is not cricket at all. This is not.
Yeah, it was different. It was different, you know.
So, you
but for the most part, everything, was really positive for me at school,
So they say you might need to buy a Wolf cricket book once you're interested in a cricket book. Which cricket book inspired you the most?
I learned from pretty much all the books that I got, because she got numerous different types. Just coaching books, books about players. I even know about Charles Bannerman and all them people from way back when cricket just started. I even read about those people. I knew about Bradman. I know about all them guys. Even when South Africa was out of Test cricket, I know about the Pollock and all them guys. I knew about them. Even when they weren't playing international cricket, I knew about those guys.
Yeah.
I was just a student of the game,
So, what the first test match you ever go watch?
First test, I know it was against India, but I don't remember what year it was.
76, that's what happened, 1976, when India come.
Yeah, but it was against India.
When Mikey retired him?
Yes. Yeah.
All right, so when you go to the first test match, because at that time we didn't reach something like quarterfinals yet. Or the following year we reached quarterfinals. That time in a second farm. And your mother was a cricket fan after that, as she carried out the match?
No, actually, I had an uncle.
Yeah.
He took me to the game.
All right. So when you go buying, what was the impression the first time you were buying her?
I felt goosebumps. Because for me, I'm in the stands, and the only thing I can think of is in a few years I'll be out there playing for West. That's what was going through my mind, and it was just a level of excitement that it's hard to explain the type of emotion, all that stuff that I felt, because in my mind I said I'm going to be out there in a few years.
So from the match, which batsman and which bowler stand out here, remember?
Without a doubt, and I'll tell anybody, is the best batsman I've ever seen, Vivian Richards.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Not even, to me, I don't care whatever stats people want to bring. All I can tell a man that I watch technique and confidence, and Viv Richards is the best for me.
And why you say that? What stand up about him? Well, I mean, for me, it's the same thing. But what stand up about him for you? What?
He is eye-hand coordination is second to none.
I agree with you, man.
It's unbelievable. You see guys playing modern cricket now, and shots that they're playing, and people calling it good shots. Back in the day when Viv played them same cross bat, the guy just had talent that nobody else had. It's the only batsman I've ever seen where he can hit the same ball to 5 different places of the field. I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
He's the only person I've seen that done that.
Yeah.
He is remarkable.
Yeah, man. And that particular season there, I think he'll make 400 against India. I think only the Jamaica match. They make a century in every test match that season. They were beat up India. Yeah, I remember.
Yep.
I remember. And then which fast bowler you think stand out for you in your mind?
For me, I have two. One overseas and one from the West Indies, but from Australia, Dennis Lilly.
Yeah, you see him playing a pucker.
Yeah, with his aggression.
Yeah. And
he's type of kind of like me, he like to intimidate.
Yeah.
So I love that about him. But the best fast bowler I would say would be Malcolm Marshall.
Malcolm Marshall, man.
Yeah, Malcolm Marshall.
That's my God.
Without a doubt, Crackin. Come on.
Yeah.
Without the best liquor older than we, you're right. Come on.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Malcolm Marshall was one of the deadliest and the most deceptive fast bowler I ever seen, man. Yeah.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
You look on him and you see him run up on him short. How tall are you, Crackin? Because you probably Marshall about the same height.
No, Marshall is like 5'10". I'm 6 foot even.
Okay, you look taller than him. Yeah. Marshall and me about the same height. But yeah, man, Malcolm Marshall are the deadliest fast bowler ever come out of West Indies cricket, man, in terms of that.
Yep.
Hey, Ambrose was good too, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's some great ones, but for me, he was the best, you know.
Yeah, Marshall was.
Yeah, man, in
Marshall
terms of
was
deception and
good.
change of speed and all them things they're cracking and just fast off the pitch.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a deception they like more than anything else, man. You couldn't do anything and them sing the ball like Wally. So yeah. Malcolm,
So,
man.
Crackin, how is it that you like Lily and Vivian Richards in the same sentence?
Well, because of his, but he was a great fast bowler, number one.
Yeah.
But his aggression, confidence, and he had a really, really good runner.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to teach a young guy how to bowl fast,
Lily, yeah, true. No, I was just saying because Viv take pleasure in beating them up.
Yeah, that's my bat and my bowler too. So,
But you say it's not right, Crackin. It's something look on it at the time. The competitiveness between that Australia team and that West Indies team, that transition there, where West Indies start dominating it, was a pleasure for me for say. I mean, when you talk about Crackin, you rate Lillian Thompson, and for West Indies cricket team turn around our eyesight and start dominating them on there.
yep.
Oh yeah.
You have respect for both of them, man. You have respect for both of them.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
You have respect for both teams, man. That Australian team, they dominate before the West Indies team start dominating. I mean, exactly what I talk about, Crackin. Exactly what I talk about. But me after this whole Crackin, back to Meadowbrook a little bit. What the best learning experience you get from Meadowbrook?
Best learning experience. Well, one of the things I would say, dealing with the opposite sex.
Mm.
Yeah. I think it helps going to a co-ed school because you learn how to relate to both male and females.
Yeah. That's it. I can't even relate to going to all boys school, Crackin. So I know you're talking.
Oh no, I couldn't see myself doing that.
No, that I can't relate to that at all. Ira. Where you go to school and a peer man around you. That is not something.
No.
It's not something I can visualize. That's what the reason I'm really glad to say me the weight name there. Me end up on me pick from Meadowbrook anyway. I pick Meadowbrook.
So I would just want to ask Crackin this because in cohorts, who was a forward batsman for most part, when it come to the female segment, in play up on the back foot for most side.
Oh, doggy, yeah, trouble.
But for Crackin now, so when you approach the girls, Crackin, do you approach them from a fast bowling standpoint, or you slow it down and do some slow bowling?
Well, you know, it wasn't very difficult being a sports star at the school. You know, it wasn't very difficult. But then, you know, you're still, I guess, the way my mom grew me, you know, you still have that respect and you know, always telling you how to treat women or girls, you know, so you always have certain things in the back of your mind that your parents taught you, you know?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. All right. So, with the life lesson you learned from Meadowbrook Crackin, that you pass on to your friends and family?
Discipline and especially from Mr. Gooden and Mr. Here.
Yeah.
The discipline, and then you know, Ira been mentioning it, but I was always a very laid back person. You know, very very laid back. except when I have a cricket ball in my hand, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a discipline, and that's how I was able to pass on to my two girls, you know. So that's my major takeaway is the discipline and how to treat people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A couple other questions. So, well, all right. What message did I pass on to existing students, our future students, our staff member? We're going to listen to this maybe next week, next year's 10 years' time. We're going to Meadowbrook. What message do you have for the people, man? I come in at Meadowbrook or at Meadowbrook, I'm going to hear this. What are you going to tell them, sir?
Meadowbrook is a special place, and once you get a taste of it, it stays with you forever. Even if you try to get it out, it's gonna stick with you because there's no other place like Meadowbrook. So cherish the time spent there, cherish it, do the best you can, and it will. Once you take that and make the best of it, you know, things will work out in life for you.
Yeah, that's true. The discipline is something you learn in Meadowbrook, and learn that I only from Mr. Here. That was one of him never back off of that at all, Crackin. But
Right.
as I tell enough, man, I never see it as nothing at all, because discipline, you know, I reach nowhere in life without the discipline. That's a given. As I tell man before upon it, I never see it as discipline, I see it as part of life. It's like, I showing up for the work, you know? I show up for the work. But hold on, before I forget, you remember the waterfall in the bottom field? You remember when we used to go down there for games, PE?
Yeah, man.
You know,
Bottomfield, there's nobody that can forget Bottomfield, man. Even though I heard recently that it's not in the best of conditions right now.
Yeah, me some man talk about it, so I'm dump it up in a way and Maserati.
Yeah, I heard it's in bad shape.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand how that happened. But I saw, if you don't take care of something that I got,
Yeah.
that I got something, I don't know how it reaches, so, but yeah.
Neglect.
Yeah. That may be a part of it. But let me ask you something. I didn't put my question thing, but let me ask you something. After I won the 3 Cup in the 4 years, as I talked about at the beginning of the podcast, you think they would go on for win? Or keep winning?
Yeah, I expected that we would probably win a few more, you know. But I was a bit hesitant, even though I felt that we might win a few more. But once Mr. Here left,
yeah,
I figured that the drop off, because he was such an excellent coach. I think there would be some drop off, but I just thought that at some point we would probably win some more down the line. But you know, if you don't have that person to lead you or to coach up the guys like he did, because you know him take the football players and turn them into cricketers. You know,
Our truck stars.
Our track stars, and coach them up. He was great for that. So if we didn't have that continuation, I maybe that's part of the reason why, you know, we don't have a program right now. Because I guess I heard that some years we didn't even enter Sunlight Cup.
Yeah, me hear about that too.
Our Manning Cup.
Yes.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah. And when the dread leave, it was a surprise to me in a sense. I don't in the check me until I say my leave, but in a sense it's almost like I never expect him to leave so quick. But Jamaica that changed at the time, and you have a responsibility and all them things there, and it's like, but it does come like, because they talk about 86 match of Crackin, it almost like him leave on a sudden.
Right.
It's like something will go wrong there, so but I don't know about at all, and it's like me I say right for just. Yeah, but I never not think about it in terms of say you kind of expect and think they will keep winning, but as you realize, you know, not only on a schoolboy level, but even on a big time football level, winning is not an easy thing. Any sports level, any level at all.
Anywhere, yeah.
Anyway, winning, a man take winning for granted, you know, is not an easy thing, Crackin. It's not an easy thing. Whether I win one time or in our case, we win 7 trophies in 4 years. It's not no easy feat at all. And it's like, when you think about it, yes, sir, because when you compare to other teams like Liverpool, who never won the Premier League yet until about 2 years ago, and never, it's not such a winning, I want to think that winning is a simple thing, man. It's not a simple thing, Ira. It's not.
No, it's a discipline. That's have the discipline to it.
It's a mindset to win, Ira. It's more than this.
Yeah.
It's a mindset to win. It's like,
that's true.
it's a mindset. And what it happened that we cultivate a mindset in the 80s, they're starting from that team in 77. Because once you reach a quarter final in a Crackin, it's like in the back of your mind, I think, say, we can do this, you know. Because you say, right,
Right.
this, so. And it's a mindset, man. And then the youth, them will come on afterward, just think and say, it's a mindset. It's not, in a sense, it's hard to achieve. And everything have in place, you know. Because when the dreaded have, you talk about it, you know, it's like, why we not win since? When you think about this in a Crackin, the amount of cricket we used to play now. And all the youth, them will come after we, Minot and Facey and Reese and P. Brown. Remember we play cricket every Saturday and Sunday sometime, you know.
Yeah. Yep.
While we play Sunlight in the Ira. So it's like a competitive thing. We play a match every week.
A competitive thing. Well, you know, say, Jelly, one of the things where when you lose Becky and you lose the dread, you lose a great portion of what the spirit of Meadowbrook cricket is, or even the sports system is.
The foundation, you say it right.
Right? Because
the sports system.
Meadowbrook never recruit talent from outside. Meadowbrook develop them talent from inside.
Yeah, that's a good point, Ira.
Yeah, you never have no scout. You have no top players like coming out of all age school and looking to go to Meadowbrook. So most of Meadowbrook talent, you know, from you guys came in was homegrown and built. That's where, you know, it was built from those foundations. So when the dread leaves and Becky's already gone, you know, that's a great part of the whole system that we lost.
You know, you're right in an era. I never think about it that way before until I mentioned that to me. But that is. I went to Gibson Relay and track and stadium for Meadowbrook because the dread looked at me and he said, "Hey, you need to be running for the school." Yeah.
You know, he come to me specifically, especially after I won the Sports Boy in '79. He was like, "You need to be running for the school."
Yeah.
I never run, you know. I mean, I run at Swallowfield, but in terms of going to track practice and all of that stuff, I've never done that. I just go run.
Yeah.
You know, so, you know, but you'll have a kid that's good in all age or some secondary school, and they get recruited by Calabar, Casey, or Camperdown and those schools.
Yeah.
Recruit those athletes. But, you know, for Meadowbrook, you know, you come in from first farm and that's where your growth started.
Yeah.
I started playing. You hear the podcast. I never played sports before until I get to Meadowbrook and I got a chance to play. You know, you're playing Manning Cup, Sunlight, or you know, are you playing Cold Side? You know, different things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's part of it, man.
That is a big part right there. I never thought about it that way before. It's like, I went to about it in a Crackin. Becky wasn't no formal physical education teacher, you know. But he could have spot talent.
Right.
Could have spot. And he picked talent based on merit. So it's like...
Oh, the build chemistry.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a chemistry teacher, so maybe that... maybe that become because I think I love my work. But you're right, Crackin, you said No, because that was... No, in a sense, I say that joke, you know, but that was a strength to all of the team, I mean, Crackin. Every one of the team, that's how I could have beat that's how I beat up all of the team there, you know. The chemistry was always there, you know. No, I put it that way there, you know. The chemistry. So it's like, at any time you play all the things, they can beat up any other team, you know. I have a bowler or a batsman. It's not such a Crackin. Because even though it's sad when after you leave, so when I'm a dominant bowler like you, you know, or a dominant batsman like Dougie, you know. But it's like the chemistry, it was exponentially greater than the entire team, man. That was... I never think about it until I start about it, you know. But yeah, Becky was a crucial part of that, man. And the dread reinforced that with them discipline and all of it. It was like...
Yeah.
And they come and the same thing with all of the team will come afterwards. And you're right, Ira. It's a good thing you point out this for me. Once I make it leave before the dread leave, I think, you know. 'Cause again, you think about it, Crackin. Teacher not paying the money, then the responsibility when you become a family man or you move on with your life, you can't teach for long.
Oh, yeah, they're going to go to the private sector.
Yeah, you can't teach for long at all. So it's not a surprise. But all me I say, we were lucky and we were blessed. Me and you, Crackin, and Ira to all the extent. For be part of them on the mentorship. That's all me can say to Raj. I am happy.
Absolutely.
Happy me come on to them on the guidance and the thing is, you know, I tell them I'm even conscious, but maybe miss a year, but Mr. Beckford, I'm thinking consciously going at and think, say, oh yeah, man, I'm going to mentor them, man, yeah. We're going to talk about me 40 years later, because if you just, I think if you just love the cricket, so and that sense, so there's something, one minute where a man come in as I say, Crackin, and it's like it change him in a certain way, and I say, right, something about the environment of the school, like Crackin and Glen and Ira, I don't even know. Because Becky come in and him was a chemistry teacher and top recruit him and say he needs to come coach the Sunlight, he needs to come coach the cold team. And the first job I ever get as a coach. He never coached a team before in Ira. You didn't know that then?
Never. Oh, okay.
Then were you aware of that? So the first team ever coach?
No, not until he mentioned it, you know?
Yeah. No, I never know that either. But anyway, we could move on. I have a couple more questions. I will have two other questions. Maybe I ask it one for the two and one for Crackin in the last part, yeah. Alright, they are talking about two, I know, believe it or not. And the question is, I ask, well, Ira, you first. Is there any question you think we could ask Crackin? Or any comment where you want me about the discussion me and Crackin have and you, what we never bring up at all? Anything where you want to comment on?
No, I just want to commend Crackin for his work and his work ethics. He's like me in football, and Crackin said it. He said it, and I thought about it. He says, "I am okay until I have a cricket ball in my hand." He's transformed into a totally different person. I am that on the football field, Crackin. When I put on my gears and lace up my boots, I'm a totally different person. You know, you and I could be friends, and we're laughing and talking, and you get on the field and start fooling around. I am not happy. Mm-hmm. You know, so, and this is with everybody. Freddie couldn't tell you. Tony Reynolds can tell you. I am just totally different when it comes on. But every question you ask, man, and the discussion is spot on. I don't think you miss anything. But I'm pretty sure when Crackin go back and reflect some more, he's gonna have a whole lot to say, you know, other than what he already said, because I did it. Yeah. And you know, so and Crackin, you're gonna have people listening to your tapes and want to say something and then realize they're actually listening to a conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, listen to the conversation, all right, like you want to join in and realize.
You want to join?
Yeah.
but this is what this does for us, man. And
yeah. And
so I'm going to say this and then I'm going to shut up, man. Jelly, you are the same. You're always laughing throughout the whole school. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And Crackin never laughs. So to have, you know, the two opposites right now having a good conversation, man, and it's golden for me.
Well, you see, you said that. Let me ask Crackin a question. I remember asked him before now. What memory you have of me about or a bowl or anything at all? Before we go to the two questions I may ask you. Because I never asked this at all. But since I talk about the contrast between the two away. What memory you have of me I play on the cold team, I play on the sunlight team, or any memory at all you want to talk about?
First time I see you, bud, and I'm like, how does this man make runs? That's what I said to myself. And then you come up and you bowl this little slow thing, and you have this smile on your face, and especially when you out somebody else. Those are the things I remember.
Like it's a surprise to me to get a wicket, yes.
Yeah. In other words, if he didn't hit a 4, he wasn't scoring a runs. Jelly couldn't run from one end to the other at no pace. Oh, man.
On the contrary, no Ira. But Glen can attest to this. I mean, I like no only about 4. I run the sharpest at single. Yeah.
I'm running.
That's how I make my runs. They know that. How I accumulate my runs is not about a 4 and a 6 at all. It does.
1s and 2s, right?
Yeah, man. Me accumulate, man. Me accumulate.
Yeah, and he was effective. But when you see him out there, you wonder how he does it.
How he does it. That's true.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, is that deception right, Crackin? Go to the ball and the button, you say, okay.
Yep.
You're supposed to can't get him out easy, or you can't. You're looking for 6 and.
And I'm sure that's how the batsmen were thinking when you come up the ball, you know?
Yeah, man, yes. I remember the season at the final and I get pepper wicket. I say, oh, that's how we make that ball. I like to myself, you know. But I float them. I restart. But the same thing to him, I say, right, Jelly, him don't know me get wicket in. I say to myself. Which is true, Crackin. There's a slow fast spin here as the ball to rad. Maybe that's way too long to see it come.
Right.
But anyway, so Crackin, is there any question or topic where I like comment on? When we never ask, I ask them why Jelly could have asked me that or anything where you want to comment on. About the school, about you in general, anything you want, the floor is yours.
Well, I think we pretty much covered it all. And like Ira said earlier, maybe, tomorrow when I'm thinking about it again, I might say to myself, you know what, I forget about this story or that story. But for right now, I can't think of anything else. I just appreciate the opportunity to just chop it up with you guys, man. It's been a while,
Yeah.
And just to share the memories.
Yeah.
And like I say, every time I think about Meadowbrook, man, it's just great feelings,
Yeah.
So it's really great talking about it, especially you, Jelly, captaining the first team to win. I mean, that is something that will stay with you for the rest of your life, man. And I was happy that I was there to witness it,
Oh, no doubt, Crackin. That is something I never forget at all. And that's one of the reasons why I'm motivated to do this. Is like, we do achieve something big at the school, and it's like, it almost was going a forgotten hole in our Meadowbrook history, like it never happened. And may I say, I know we alone did win the first time, but may I say we need to talk about this. So yeah. Me never forget that. I'm glad to say people are come forward. I want to come give them story. And enough about cricket or football.
Exactly.
Although most of them man they want me go know because them go school with that, them familiar with that. I call a man and I say, yeah, I'm ready for command. If you not say it, but it open to anybody who want to come give them story. Like you talk about this man, Ira, the one to come out this man now. It's not nobody, no cricketer or no footballer or no man, no, but him story compelling.
Oh yeah.
You see me,
Actually,
I don't know if you start listening to it. I never know Shane before. Tegreg introduced me to him, and I say I'm friend. I say, alright, just come, I could chop it up as they say, Ira or Glen. That's it. I could just talk and say, and that's how it works, So
yeah, and I didn't know. But Shane went to Swallowfield. I didn't know that.
You right.
And so, I'm kind of disappointed in a way, with these discussions with these guys you're having, man, because every one of them who talk about me, they talk about me about track and field, about running.
Them not respect your football exploits. They never remember Ira.
No footballers like so far, man.
And he was better at football.
I know, man. Like Shane was like, man, I remember Ira Turner running track.
Yeah. Ira the big time. No, Ira the trust me, man. When Ira up on the football field, him right, Glen, I like you with the ball, man. No, seriously. It's not like Ira make that up. I remember that.
Running for track and field and football, man. I'm like, wait a second here.
I never forget at the ball they come there for play and the ball they love. It's like that.
Oh man! I was laughing. Every time I hear them, man, I'm like, what?
Yeah. Them not get them memory right at all, Ira. But yeah.
John Mayer, man, like, I would try track. I'm like, hey, man.
Weirdest. John Mayer weirdest. So I listen to them thing I have to see them way. Yeah.
Oh man, but Crackin, man, I just want to let you know, man, when you go back and sit back and listen to this conversation, man, you're gonna be laughing, man.
Yeah, I remember somebody think the man all me. Let's say, yeah.
Yeah, it's real good, and this is awesome stuff that we do, man. It's
But that's a crack. Yeah, go ahead, Ira. Finish up. Sorry.
No, I was just saying that all of the guys, Fuller, all of them called me, and this is all we talk about is these discussions.
Yeah. No, it invoke a certain things. It's a good thing. I expect it at this stage in our life. I reflect back on the thing after 40 years and remembering us a rustic. I remember all of a thing, but at the same time, you remember. You can't remember everything. You can't remember everything at all. So
it's true. I mean, I'm serious at Crackin. I don't remember even talking to you like for a sentence.
Yeah,
I know it's right there. We talk, we may say something, but we never had a discussion, man, because you're always serious. You're the most serious guy I ever seen in the school, man.
Yeah, but I see when voice sound, I know it's like him sound like a police sergeant or a army sergeant, drill sergeant in the army. See where I
so... But this was good talking to you, though, bro.
Yeah. So Crackin, you say you never have no question where you think me leave off for ask you.
You pretty much covered it all, man.
Okay, but let me ask you the last question in Crackin. I do appreciate you take on a Saturday evening to come talk about this. And what made Meadowbrook magical for you?
It made Meadowbrook magical. Just the entire atmosphere, man. We had some great teachers. We have some great students. And more than anything else, man, I appreciate having a principal like Mr. Thorpe. I mean, I think he was the best.
Mm-hmm.
He was the best. It was just all around. I just enjoy my time at Meadowbrook, and that's something I'll cherish forever.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said before, I just had one regret, and not bringing a championship to the school. That was probably my only regret,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it was a magical ride, man. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, so did I, Crackin. But I can't tell you, I looked up on you when I say you fast. I remember this, I don't know if you remember this. We played the Jamaica women's national team in Watton Field. And Lotte Scott, do you remember her? Vivian Lotte Scott.
I'm older.
Yeah, man. She run off her mouth. I think they were a schoolboy. Ira and Crackin bowler a bounce and she dropped her bottom.
She was the Crackin.
Yeah, man. She come and think that like a schoolboy. Because Jamaica national woman team and she's a captain West Indies woman team at the time, In a sense, like the battle of the sexes, and I say, yeah, man, we can beat up like a schoolboy, man. Crackin said her for her bottom. Crackin, remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah, man, because she had pissed off Crackin and then
we were kind of taking it easy with them, and she started to talk a lot and run off her mouth.
Yeah, man, yeah. You not rough them up too much in the beginning, as a boy.
Right.
Because I take it lightly.
You bumps her Crackin, seriously, man.
Yo, when Crackin put the bunks up on her, I drop on her bottom, I was in front of the screen umpire. So on a bottom field, man, I remember that Crackin. But yeah,
man, I remember it.
Certain things did not forget at all, man. It was a practice. This was an evening cup match, I don't remember.
No, it was a practice match.
So you didn't see that school at the time?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, man. That's why I think they're schoolboy job player. And I take it lightly and all of it. So, yeah. I remember that. Anyway, gentlemen, this was a pleasure, I appreciate you come on, Crackin, come share. As me say, now stop saying this, You are the best fast bowler never make West Indies cricket team. And now, me hear your story. You were never even given an opportunity or a chance to showcase your skill, and it's a pity. Because enough of them man never play on West Indies team. You are equally as good or better than enough of them. But that's how life go.
Yes, sir.
So you get the opportunity sometimes, and sometimes you don't get it based on the school where you go or the circumstances. So, but I'm glad you come tell the story. I never know say you're an Hanover man like my mother who come from the deep woods and over. That's something. If I didn't know that, I'd boast about that all the time, and I whisper in her ears, I said, don't matter, bowl me too fast and all them things like so. I never know, I know it come from the country Crackin, but I didn't know it was in my neck of the woods up in Hanover, up Cascade and Patty. I don't know if you know them part of Hanover there, but yeah. I don't know
much about Hanover, but you know.
Yeah, because a long originally the same where I come from or your father?
Both.
Both of them, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man, no, yeah. Anyway, Mr. Gentlemen, this is a pleasure, and I'm glad to take the Saturday evening time out to come talk about this and talk about the memory. And as Ira said, Crackin, when you listen back them thing, yeah. And the beauty about this is out there, and you can listen back this year. And next year, listen back, it's like, I said, but you don't remember I said that. I said the conversation I'm going to listen. You listen back, and next time I'm Crackin, I said, but me didn't say that. That's what you saw. That's the beauty about it. That is the beauty about it, but something I like with it. That's something I like with it. You put it out there, and the record stand forever. You know, then you can listen it, and man can hear a story and all of it, you know, so.
True.
Anyway, gentlemen, Glen, Crackin, Atkins, and Ira Turner, thanks.
Appreciate it, Jelly. Appreciate it.
Man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. All
right.
All right.
Yeah, man.
Hey, have a good one, Crackin.
Yeah, man.
Hey, hopefully we hook up, man. I'm down here, man. I'll get your number.
All right, no worries.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for listening to Meadowbrook Memories, and remember to give us all the support and encouragement you can on whatever social media platform you are listening. And special thanks to my production manager, Kyle Prince, who takes care of everything involved in getting the podcast out every week. And without him, this podcast would not be possible. It is his expertise that allows me to do what I love doing every week, having great conversations about Meadowbrook Memories, and he's responsible for everything else. So again, thanks to my production manager, Kyle Prince.